at you all the way from our dorm rooms to your conference rooms. Sabah and Dan Teeman here, two college students who are ready to talk to you guys about business and lifestyle from our personal experiences.
Each week we'll discuss about our lifestyle as college students as well as our tips and strategies starting in the business field. We'll bring on successful entrepreneurs in the millennial generation to share with us their journey and how they got started and where they're at now.
Our goal is to help you students, millennials, and entrepreneurs gain inspirational advice via our spontaneous conversations and meaningful guidance. Let's dive on in.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 19 of Dorm Rooms to Conference Rooms. Sabah, how are you doing?
Doing great. I'm really excited about our topic today just because it's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, guys, if you couldn't tell, we're talking about podcasting. So podcasting has been really awesome to us. It has helped us make so many new connections, and it's just helped our entrepreneurial spirit really grow and thrive in the process. So a lot of people say these days, why should you podcast or anything like that? And the main reason is it gives you a voice. You're plugged in right to the earbuds of your listeners. It's an easy way to put out content. Literally, it is one of the most simplest things to do. It's not hard at all. And right now, audio is popular, guys. Everyone wants to listen to good audio. Podcasting is radio on demand. So, Saba, why do you love podcasting right now?
I love it just because, for one, kind of going off of what you said, it gives you a voice. So your audience can really listen to you and the emotions that you're really portraying through what you're trying to say. So it's different because, audio, it's so popular. Not everybody has time to sit down and watch a video and just listen to your Facebook Live and actually watch it, but they always have time to listen to what you're trying to say. And through podcasting, you can really listen to the emotion that you're portraying. So it's if you're really upset about something, you're talking really sadly, but if you're really excited, you have a really strong voice and stuff like that. So that's why I really love it, because it really gives you a voice, and it also gives you the option to interview others. So like us, we do podcasts, so we put out podcasts every Wednesday and Friday. So on Wednesdays, Dan and I, we do our podcast like what we're doing right now, just talking about different topics. And then on Fridays, we get to bring people on and listen to their journey on how they started their company or what they're doing right now. So it really gives you great insight about what other people are doing. But then at the same time, you can voice your opinion on stuff that you know about and experiences that we've been through.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably one of the best part about it, to be honest, is the interviews. Interviewing, just learning from experts in different fields, learning from Arnie about the Millennial Entrepreneur Podcast and what he did, learning from Brandon Ballard starting in financial industry, just learning from even Brandon T. Adams about how he became an influencer with crowdfunding, all the things he's done in his life. The interviewing part is probably my favorite. And it's also, like we said, really easy, guys. You really only need a mic and a computer or even a phone, and just record and go from there. The setup alone, if you already have the computer, easily less than $100. It's really cheap to get on something. We use Zencaster to record our podcast when it's just Saba and myself, completely free. And then we put on Libsyn, which costs us each about, I want to say it's $15 a month, which really, that's nothing if you want to put out, marketing. It's the cheapest type of marketing you could do. And it's less, it's just overall less than $100 because we both use the Snowball microphone, a blue Snowball microphone, which was about $50. So as you can see, guys, very inexpensive startup that you can do. And you can record it wherever. Just set up your laptop, pull out your mic, and just record on the spot and talk about, subjects that you love. And it's not live. So if you do mess up, there's no worries about it. Go into Audacity, which is free, put the podcast audio there, edit it, make it sound amazing. It is so simple.
Yeah, definitely. And I like how you said you can literally do it anywhere, because right now I just got done working out. I'm at the gym in a classroom doing this podcast. So you can literally do it anywhere where you're at. You just need your laptop and your mic, or if you get one of those microphones that attach to your phone, you can literally just do it with your phone and that little mic. So it's really easy to do, and audio is just so popular nowadays. It's really easy for your audience to listen to. So if they're on the go somewhere, they can just put their earphones in and then just listen to you. If they're going to work, driving, working out, eating lunch, whatever it is, they can just like tune into your podcast. I mean, it's not that hard. They don't have to sit there and watch you via like Facebook or something. If you're creating a video or something like that, they don't have to physically see and watch you. They can just listen to you, and it's available on like many online platforms. So like we're on iTunes. You can do it on like SoundCloud and other stuff. So I mean, it's really a great way to put out content as well.
Yeah, I mean, another great thing when you say like audio is popular. So we released our podcast as of January 4th is when it first got started. So we're going almost 3 months in now, believe it or not. And when we released January 4th was purposely because people were on vacation. They were driving. So it was really easy that they could just put it through their phone while driving, or, if they were, say, skiing or snowboarding and want to listen to something, just plug it in, easy to go. And when you're plugged directly into like the headphones and your, listeners are listening to you, you could tell them the message that you want to put out. So if your message is about, reading, if your message is about why you should drink coffee or whatever it want to be, you're completely there. Like they're listening to you. They want to listen to you. That brings me to what Joe Paluzzi said. He's the founder of the Content Marketing Institute. He says, actually talk to your customers. Use the language that they use. Talk about the things they talk about and never feed a salad to a lion. So guys, when we talk directly to, our listeners and what our listeners want to hear. It's for them at the end of the day. And we make sure we put out amazing content all the time. You always have to be on top of your game when you're podcasting. Make sure you're putting out what people want to listen to and really giving them great value.
Yeah, for sure. And one of my favorite quotes by Jimi Hendrix is, knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. So, I mean, both Dan and I, we know so much from all of our experiences that we've been through in college. So why not just talk about our experiences so other people can learn from them? And I know myself and Dan, like we listen to podcasts on a daily basis so we can learn from others as well. So it's a really great tool for people to put out content, but then also take in content, because it's not always about putting out content, it's also about taking it in. So, I mean, listening to podcasts, I love it because you can do it anywhere. And for me, I know I've gotten so much better at my like communication and interviewing skills just by doing podcasting. I mean, because it gives you that thing to actually listen to yourself talking. Because I know for me, sometimes I use a lot of filler words. So listening to myself talk in these podcasts, it gives me that, okay, I need to stop using like a lot or So it really helps you with your communication, your speaking skills as well, which is a really great and beneficial tool to have.
It definitely does that. I mean, I could feel myself from, 2 months ago to now, how more articulate I am. And I don't, because it's a podcast, I don't use my hands to talk as much anymore. I have to really say how I feel. And it's just been awesome being able to live out this, dream of entrepreneurship style. And like I said, guys, like, go interview somebody. That's how you learn. You go interview them. You ask them the questions you want to know. So another great thing about podcasting, like Sabah said, was the interview, and I touched on it a bit. But let me expand on it. So if I wanted to learn about, crowdfunding or sales, like I'd go to Brandon T. Adams and interview him like we did. When I want to learn about sales, I would go to Grant Cardone and get him on the show. It expands his horizons. He gets new viewers and followers, and I learn. Like that's the best part about these different interviews that we do. It's just been awesome to learn from experts. It's been awesome to learn from Brandon, and you just got to go there. And when you do an interview, you learn what you want to learn. You get it, you get information that they're withholding, but in an interview for a podcast, they're willing to release it to you, and you get to ask the questions that you want to ask. So most of the questions that we ask is literally what a lot of people would want to hear. We ask, how did you get started? What steps did you take in building your business? So stuff that we want to learn to help us build our business, but our listeners, it'll help them as well.
Yeah, and you don't have to, because I know a lot of people, when they get in front of a camera, they get scared and nervous. I know that happens to me sometimes. I mean, I'm just getting used to it now. And for podcasting, you don't need it to be in front of a camera. You literally just need your mic and your voice, and you can just talk and express about the things that you know about. I mean, it's just such an easy way to put out content. And then, yeah, going back on that interviewing thing, if you guys haven't ever, like, interviewed someone, you guys really should. Because, I mean, it gives you a great benefit because you get to learn how to interview other people. But then you also get great insight from their journey and what they've done, some failures that they've overcome, their strengths, their weaknesses, and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a really great benefit for both ways. And it's funny because I actually just did like an assignment for one of my classes about why interviewing is really important, and it's just a really great skill to have. So, like, podcasting is obviously like the best way to do that.
Yeah, and another thing that comes out of podcasting too is just like joint ventures that get done. I know Brandon has done plenty of joint ventures and different business deals and networked himself because of the podcast. Like he was able to do, crowdfunding campaigns for JLD and do crowdfunding campaigns for different high level people. And we just, we just joined a joint venture right now with, somebody else that gets released on Friday. So, stay tuned, listen to Friday's episode, guys. We just connected with them. If you want to get into podcasting, like you got to do it because you get, your business grows, your network grows, and you just learn so much from people, and you get to talk about what you want to do in life and how you feel emotionally. Like you get to literally put out your emotions through the mic. And touching on what Sabah said, like you don't need to be in front of a camera. You like JLD in front of a camera. He didn't really do it at first at all until he finally became, big and famous from podcasting. Now he does some videos, but mostly everyone knows him just sitting behind a mic, which is so nice because it doesn't matter if you mess up or something like that. Like I said, you can edit it. It's not live. You don't have to be in front of a camera. Like there's so many just benefits from podcasting. And going back even further into the episode, what we were talking about with, taking in content. I believe solely that every one podcast you listen to, you need to put out two. Put out twice as much as you listen to because you got to provide value to people in order for your business to grow.
Yeah, and podcasting is very powerful. I mean, Dan and I, we teamed up to co-host this podcast, but a lot of people, they do like solo podcasts. And I really like that also just because it's kind of like you're talking. Like, I know some people, they do as if they're just talking to themselves. Like, they're writing sort of like a diary, but they're speaking it. So then other people can listen to their insight about their life. And I really like that just because you don't have to sit down and read something or you don't have to sit down and watch something. You can just listen to it. So, I mean, it's a very powerful in that aspect also because you can really feel or listen to their emotions when they are talking through that mic. And, I mean, it's just so powerful. I love doing it.
Hey guys, if you really want to learn more about podcasting, Sabah and I, before we even started this, we took the course by John Lee Dumas. It's a free 7-day course where he breaks down the mic you should buy, how you should set up, your software, how you should record it, everything. He literally breaks it down day by day. It was a great course. And you go to his website for that, eofire.com. Go to eofire.com, check out, sign up for his free course. He has that, and even Mastering the Art of the Funnel, I believe he has too, or something like that. Or Funnels on Fire. Funnels on Fire is the other one too. So he has 2 great courses over there, guys. Check out what he has to say. And guys, just finishing it out, you can find Sabah at sabahali.com, and you can find myself at danielseaman.com. Sabah, any last words?
Yeah, definitely check out that course. It was a great course to go through, especially before starting our podcast. But I mean, if you guys are even interested in starting a podcast, just do it. It's really easy to do. I mean, the setup, it's so easy to do. Like what Dan said, it's less than $100. I mean, if you want to spend even like less, just find a mic that you can just attach to your phone and do it that way. It's just so easy to do. If you're thinking about doing podcasting, just do it. I mean, if you don't like it, then don't do it anymore. I mean, rather try it than not do it at all. But that's all we have today on Dorm Room to Conference Room.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Dorm Rooms and Conference Rooms. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you haven't joined our accelerator program yet, you can find that at livetogrind.com/college, where we connect you with today's latest influencers and experts in their fields.